Okay, in part one, we showed you bare wire connection in here. So you can short out the frame, short out your battery, be a fire hazard, cause all kinds of heat and discontent. What we've done here is, again, because there's a lot of aftermarket stuff in here and people that shouldn't be in here, we had to put crimp-on and then weatherproof the crimp-ons. This way here, we put weatherproofing inside these connectors. This is liquid tape. It's an aftermarket product you can get anywhere pretty much. And what that does is it'll seal these up and prevent water from getting inside them. If you don't have that, another quick way to do it is petroleum jelly or Vaseline. You can fill these connectors with Vaseline and that'll prevent water from getting into it. The only thing is if they're exposed to heat, the Vaseline essentially liquefies and pours out. So you gotta be careful wherever you use that. Now once all this stuff has been weatherproof and we're sure that it's not going to short out anywhere, alright, we try to get them back in here as neat as possible. But again, like I said, somebody did a hack job on these wires, so it's very difficult to get them back in there. Alright, but once you get them back in there, you want to make sure that there's no rub points. There's no place where a wire, like this connector here, is going to be able to rub on the frame and end up rubbing through the insulation of the wire and causing a short. And we have an example of that right here. This was laid up against the frame underneath the seat, and it wore through, and this wire was exposed and shorting out to the frame here. So again, we just have to be cautious on where we put things and how we put them in there so that they don't rub against the frame and they don't wear through the insulation, and get some weatherproofing on it to prevent it from getting water in there. Let me show you one other thing too. The customer had has trailer hitch on here and had trailer lights installed for the pigtail. This pigtail, when it came in, was just, you can actually see it here, it was the 5 wires electrical taped together. The wires were just twisted together into the wiring harness for the lights, and then electrical tape around it. That's not the way to do it. That's, you know, you could just give a good yank on this and it would have pulled the whole harness off. What I did was I soldered each individual wire together, put heat shrink over that wire so it would, once you heat it up, it shrinks down and creates a watertight seal. Then I went over all 5 wires with another heat shrink over that to pull all 5 wires together. And then you can get this stuff at any auto parts store. It's really cheap. It's a hard plastic covering for wiring harnesses, and what this does is it provides you a protection as it rubs against the frame, or if it rubs against anything else. It protects the wires and stops them from rubbing through and shorting out to your frame and causing you even more electrical problems down the road. So again, if you're going to have any electrical work done on your motorcycle, make sure it's done by a reputable shop, and if you have any questions, ask them. Let me see what you guys have done before to see what quality of work you're going to get done. Because this is important. This is a real hazard. You can have, you know, you short out your battery, you're looking at a fire underneath your seat. I don't know many people that want hot pants like that. Alright, aftermarket LEDs. You see how this is here? This is just electrical tape wrapped around the wires. It's not very secure. There's abrasion points here where it can rub and cut through, and it just looks sloppy. When you're getting aftermarket work done, especially on the electrical system, you need to look at what they've done before, how they've done it before, because this here, 1, it's sloppy, 2, it's also a hazard. If these abrade through and short out to your frame, you're going to short your lights out and you wasted your time and money as far as these LEDs go. Another good idea is actually run them up through the wiring harnesses that are already available here. You could run this up into the fairing versus zip tying it to the radiator. This is not a good idea. The customer just wanted the lights working. He didn't want me to spend the hours it's going to take to rewire this thing. So we got the LEDs working, but I would prefer to make this a little bit nicer, but he said don't worry about it.